Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Minister, Mr. Secretary of State, Ambassador Alphand, Ambassador Gavin, Ambassador Bonnet, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think it altogether inappropriate to introduce myself to this audience. I am the man who accompanied Jacqueline Kennedy to Paris, and I've enjoyed it. I am also happy to have an opportunity to express publicly my appreciation to President and Mrs. de Gaulle for the hospitality and kindness which they have showed to us since our visit to Paris. I must say also, as I said to the General, that my most vivid impression of my visit here was not even the extraordinary spectacle which we all witnessed last night, which reminded us of the long reach into history which this country possesses, but rather was the sense of vigor and vitality and force possessed by the French people themselves. We must, in short, be constantly strengthening all of our forces of all kinds, at all levels, deterring war and keeping the peace by making certain that those who would oppose us know that we are determined to resist aggression, whatever its force and whatever kind of force is needed to resist it. We still have strong hopes that it will be possible for us to reach an agreement at Geneva on a cessation of nuclear tests. If we cannot reach an agreement on this subject, which is relatively easy to patrol because of the flow of radiation, how is it going to be possible for us to set up the kind of inspection system for the control of other weapons which could lead to disarmament and therefore to a world peace? In 1779, before France came into the War of Independence, someone said to Benjamin Franklin that it is a great spectacle that you are putting on in America. And Benjamin Franklin said, yes, but the trouble is the spectators do not pay. We are not spectators today. We are all contributing. We are all involved. Here in this country, here in this community, here in Western Europe, here in my own country, here all around the globe, where it is our responsibility to make a maximum contribution.
Monsieur Fontaine, en cas d'échec des pourparlers d'Évian, les États-Unis pourraient-ils être amenés à se mêler plus directement du règlement de l'affaire algérienne, dans le cas, par exemple, d'un appui massif donné par l'URSS ou par la Chine au FLN?
It is, of course, our hope that the talks now proceeding at Evian will be successful. And I can think of no useful purpose at the present time in planning for the eventuality which was suggested by the question. We should look forward to the present. We should look forward to the effort which is being made to work out a peaceful solution. If that effort should fail, then, of course, all of us who are concerned would be expected to participate in appropriate consultations. But for the present, and certainly as we look to the future, we look with hope towards those talks.
Quelle est, à votre avis, l'utilité principale d'une rencontre avec M. Khrouchtchev maintenant, et pensez-vous que lorsque vous allez le rencontrer demain, vous aurez assez d'atouts entre vos mains?
To answer the second part of the question first, I consider the power of the United States, plus those countries that are associated with it in the common defense, to give every form of encouragement to any Western leader who discusses matters which concern us with those who occupy positions of responsibility in other parts of the globe. I think Mr. Khrushchev has the same view. And to the first part of the question, I would say, as I have said before, that the purpose of this meeting is to permit me to make a more precise judgment on those matters which involve the interests of the United States and the Soviet Union and those countries which are associated with us and those countries which are members of the Sino-Soviet bloc. We are involved in 2 conferences at Geneva. We hope that more progress can be made at both of them. And if there is anything that may be said in the meetings at Saturday and Sunday which may improve that prospect, then of course that makes the trip worthwhile.
Monsieur Kurt Kornecker, voudriez-vous nous interpréter votre accord sur Berlin avec le général de Gaulle? Quels sont le véritable sens et la portée de cet accord?
The matter of Berlin, of course, will be a matter of, I'm sure, of discussion tomorrow and Sunday. And therefore, I do not think that this is a particularly appropriate time to go into details on the position which we occupy in Berlin, as it is a matter, of course, which will be discussed by Mr. Khrushchev and myself. Let me therefore sum it up by saying that I think that neither General de Gaulle nor I would feel it appropriate to have our rights, statutory rights in West Berlin, changed by force or the threat of force.
Question d'un autre confrère. Monsieur le Président, qu'est-ce qui vous a le plus frappé, d'abord en France et ensuite dans le général de Gaulle?
In France, as I said, I think the vitality of a very old race, which the French people are. In General de Gaulle, I am having a conversation with the only active figure who played a major role in the Second World War, who is now involved in major policy matters affecting the security of the Western world. President Roosevelt, Prime Minister Churchill, Marshal Stalin have all disappeared from the positions of responsibility. General de Gaulle remains, and he is faithful to the same concepts of the strength of France and the unity of Europe as he has been for many years. It has been my hope in these conversations that he has a renewed appreciation of how seriously we consider our ties with France and Western Europe. I hope from our conversations that he understands how our new government in the United States is firmly committed to the security of this area and means to implement its commitments.
Avez-vous discuté avec le général de Gaulle du problème de l'adhésion de la Grande-Bretagne au marché commun et quelle a été la réaction du président de la République? Les États-Unis conseillent-ils au gouvernement français de faciliter l'adhésion de la Grande-Bretagne au marché commun comme membre à part entière?
I cannot believe that Mr. Cadet or Mr. Johnson have been in Paris less time than I have, but nevertheless I'm sure that even if they've been here only in the last few hours, they would know that on those matters on which regarding General de Gaulle's views, that the most authoritative place to secure them is General de Gaulle.